Half-acre lot, 3,400 square feet, no SIDs, no lids, and the builder is offering a 3.99% rate. Let's go check out the inside. I'm Daniel Pittman with Nevada Real Estate Group, the #1 real estate team in Nevada. And today we're touring Eldorado and model Rocco. This is lot 11, conveniently placed 10 minutes away from the Strip, 10 minutes away from the airport, and the Silverton just 5 minutes away. It's 4 bedrooms, 3.5 baths, over 3,400 square feet, and a 3-car garage. This is your front row seat to Las Vegas's newest homes on demand. And since we're in Eldorado, let me show you where the gold is. In the next 8 to 10 minutes, I'm gonna go over 3 red flags I see buyers run into every week when touring models. Coming into this space, we would consider this a lounge. And mentioned that gold earlier, you're gonna see this throughout the entire home. They made sure to include metallic gold features just to accent the true Eldorado name. You're gonna have 10-foot ceilings, recessed lighting, and a wine room that's actually temperature controlled just in case you wanna keep your wine chilled. Coming out of your wine room and your lounge, we're gonna bring you back to the kitchen. Follow me. So much to point out in this space. The first thing I wanna get to is this silestone Constantino countertop. Notice that it has the waterfall edge. It has electric ports on both sides. It even comes with drawers, and not to mention cabinetry with soft close. You have your undermounted sink, and we continue those gold features we were talking about before. Remember that these gold features are actually gonna be an upgrade included. So if you wanna get that in your style, make sure you do visit that design center, okay? So coming in through the kitchen, you're gonna have monogram GE appliances. Now this isn't standard. This is actually one of the things that you get upgraded directly with the home. You can get that in the design studio as well. We have our oven hood and even an additional arm, just in case you have any pastas, things that you want to fill up directly on the sink. Now, I wanted to point out the 6 burners that you get with the monogram, not to mention your griddle that comes directly with it. You have your cabinetry that actually is double stacked, so you have extra storage. You have your Constantino countertops that go all the way back. This actually leads you to your microwave and oven combo. So coming back here, you're gonna find that you have a little bar area. It comes with the sink, and not to mention a monogram ice maker. That's actually rare on a lot of these builds. You don't see that all the time. And not to mention your wine cooler. And this is where you're gonna put the bottles that you're gonna be partying out with tonight, okay? And these cabinets actually come upgraded with a frosted background as well, just in case you wanna put, items for the bar here. So coming into the pantry, I actually mentioned earlier, if you don't get the wine room, you actually get a couple of feet that you can use or utilize here. But the way that they have this one built out, I don't really feel like you need it. I would actually opt in for that wine room versus coming in and excluding it. Now, coming out, we actually have our entrance right here that'll go into your 3-car garage. And you have the option for a bench. You can keep it blank or even throw key space. This is all options that you get to have when you get into that design center. So coming back into the kitchen, just to finish it up, don't forget about your dishwasher. It's the monogram, and that feature extends throughout the entire home. Now, before we move on to the backyard, what I really wanted to point out is that we have these stackable sliding doors, and you actually have an option to get center point sliding doors. I actually prefer because it's a little easier on you to open up when you need to. We have our dining room, which is clearly separated directly from our kitchen and our living space. And I love the gold features that they continued with. So if you look up, you have 15 feet vaulted ceilings, and that's a standard feature that you get in this model. But if you're out here during the wiring, you can actually get it pre-wired for surround sound, for your recessed lighting, and even for your ceiling fans. Let's move on to the backyard. So with a backyard this size, this is all coming standard, but everything past this point is coming completely as dirt. And when you get a space like this, you really want to keep in mind of my first red flag, which is lots come as dirt. So as beautiful as this is, you want to plan out at least $100,000 to get a lot this big prepared before you sign. Let's go back in the house. Okay. Now let's wrap around into the living room. This is the centerpiece of the entire home where you'll be spending most of your time, right? If you pay attention, it's big enough to fit 2 seats along with a L-shaped couch if you wanted to. They have 2 stands on the side. And look at this fireplace. This is actually a $16,000 upgrade if you wanted to get it with the tile backsplash on it, a gas fireplace, and then room enough for your entertainment system. This overmount right here actually comes standard. Let's go check out the primary bedroom. Wow, this place is so spacious. And you have a lot of ambient light coming in from all the windows. If you check in the corner on this side, you actually have an option to include a door that leads out to your backyard as well. And most people don't notice this, but this extra detail that you have right here, where you have the recessed lighting and a little edge, just to give you a little of a profile. And I love the finishes that you get here. You can easily fit a king size bed, 2 nightstands, and still have some room, not to mention a little lounge couch. Let's go check out the primary bathroom. So checking out this primary bathroom, it's a massive space. You actually have his and hers dual vanity sinks. You have a space for your makeup, and come check out the closet. So coming into a space like this, by no means is it small, but I love the fact that the builders built out this entire space. And for my short kings, you even have a feature where you can get down things from tall places. Now, if you wanted this, it wouldn't come standard, but you can always talk to the builder to see what they have for upgrades. So coming out of the closet, let's move on to the shower. Now, this is all upgraded. So the tile features that you get, and even these little blocks right here, are gonna be an upgraded feature for you. We do have your standard shower head, but you get a waterfall feature if you wanted overhead showering, and a soaking tub. And that's one thing I love about this one, is that you actually include it in the space you bathe in. Coming out, we can check out our last closet. So coming into the closet, it gets deeper, trust me. This space was built out just like the other closet, but you see why I mentioned how big that one was? This one is humongous. And if you want to get anything that's in here, we can always talk to the builder to find out the designer and everything that they put in here. So coming out of the primary closet, it actually connects directly to your laundry room, which is a feature I love. These are your GE appliances, your upgraded cabinetry. You have a undermounted sink, and not to mention your soft close features for drawer and cabinet. Now, these ones come standard with this build, but that brings me to my second red flag. Not all of them do. So what you're gonna wanna do is to call or text me, because I work for you, not the builder. We wanna make sure we negotiate those into your contract. Let's move on. So you actually have an exit out of your laundry room to our next room. So coming out of the laundry room, you actually come to your first bedroom. This is really spacious. This might be a full-size bed, but you can actually fit a queen, even a king in here if you wanted to, and 2 nightstands. I like what they did with the shelving. Now, you get a full-size closet, and that's gonna be standard in these rooms. Recessed lighting, not to mention a 10-foot ceiling, and a full bathroom. So we could probably even consider this an ensuite. This comes in with single vanity, not to mention a full shower, walk-in. If you need the ground level for these walk-ins as well, just in case you have any elderly or disabled, we have that option here at this builder. Okay, let's move on to the next one. So coming out of the bedroom, you actually have a little nook in the corner, and it has that cabinetry that it's already known for. And if you want to use it as linen or just decoration, that's up to you. Then we have our full bathroom. This one's actually shared between the next 2 bedrooms. You have dual vanity sink, and not to mention our shower tub combo. That's an option that you have for the ensuite bedroom as well as this one. So if you wanted a walk-in shower, you can go there as well. Now coming into our third bedroom, this one is pretty big. You have that standard 10-foot ceilings, recessed lighting, and not to mention your full-size closet. This one, again, full-size bed, but you could comfortably fit a queen and 2 nightstands in here if you need to, and lots of light coming in. I love that. Follow me to the next one. And coming out of this bedroom into the last bedroom that we have, this one's actually a little bit bigger than the other 2 that we saw before, but same standard. 10-foot ceilings, recessed lighting, and full-size closet. Now that we're done with all the bedrooms, there's one more room that I felt was really unique that I want to show off to you. So coming back, we have a full office space with double wide doors. I love this space and how big it is. You can actually get a lot in here if you want to. You see how I have 2 cabinets in the back of me, a full desk. Man, don't let this deal run out of time. Now, wrapping up this tour, I just have a few things to review for you. But just in case you haven't noticed, we've actually been going around in a full circle. So we're back at the front door. We have a half bath, and not to mention a coat closet for you. The half bath comes in with a single vanity sink, and it's conveniently placed right at the front of the entrance. So I want to go over our last red flag, and that's SIDS, lids, and incentives. Now, there are no SIDS, no lids, and I mentioned that in the beginning of the video, and that's a win for you. And the HOA is only $94 a month, which in my book is another win. Now I want to talk about that 3.99% incentive for you. What the builder will put in the fine print, which I'm going to enlarge for you, is that 3.99% rate is an adjustable rate mortgage. And what that means is you're locked in for a 7-year period at 3.99, and that can go all the way up to 8.99%. And that's a difference of $4,500 to $6,500 on your payment. And this is why over 6,000 families trusted us to help them buy and sell homes in the Las Vegas Valley. And that's why we have over 9,000 5-star reviews. And when you're ready to go from browsing to building, our team's ready. I'll see you in the next one.